Hello, everybody, and welcome to the third episode of Rattling On with me. And,
Me.
yeah, this is a dude. Introduce yourself, dude.
I'm Flash Flare or Lights Out or... Geez, I've had a lot of names, so...
Or Davy Jones's Locker.
Yeah, one of those.
One of those.
You
five.
can guess which one. You can just comment down below.
Yeah, which one is he? I don't know. I'll link two of his channels probably in the description.
Yeah, but the third one isn't real. Which one of these isn't real?
Exactly.
It's great. We'll all play a game.
Anyway, the best game. Regardless, so this episode we've kind of got a vague outline of what we're going to be talking about. And if you don't like music, you're not going to like this episode.
I still haven't found a person who doesn't like music, though, so I think we're in good standing.
I know, right? I mean, like, the thing is, we are two people that are, like, obsessed with music.
We probably do music too much. Just a little
Too
bit
much
too
music. The music is real. So, yeah, we're going to be talking a lot about music.
So you just, like, find a starting point and we'll just go.
Yeah. The starting point is now. We're going to talk about Owl City's new album that's not out yet, but we've heard like 3 songs from called Mobile Orchestra. So let's go. Opinions.
Okay, you first or me first? Because
You first.
okay. First of all, I am disappointed, but I believe it will get better.
I'm hoping it'll get better.
Yeah, because I think that I was a bit disappointed that This Isn't the End and You're Not Alone are on there because we've heard them before, and that means only 8 new songs. Well, I guess, it's fine if he wants to put them on there, but I was hoping for something a little bit more. But then I'm also a little bit disappointed in Verge. What did you think of
Exactly.
Verge?
You mentioned only 8 new songs, but
Yeah.
Verge is just painfully generic.
It does sound like, you know what it sounds exactly? He used the exact same intro from Shooting Star. Like,
Yep.
literally the exact same thing.
Mm-hmm.
Did you realize that, like, the first time you heard it?
Yeah, I was like, did I click the wrong video?
Yeah, it's...
That was my literal thought.
I'm a bit... I mean, there's no rule that you can't do that. I've just never seen somebody do it before.
Yeah.
I guess I just never thought of anybody doing that, but he just went full on and did it.
Yeah. And I'm also wary on the features.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't even know who Ala Black was.
I'd heard
that.
one song by him. I don't remember what it was called, but I've heard one by him.
It was probably The Man, which is his
Probably,
way
yeah.
famous one.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
it does have a lot of features. The Britt Nicole one turned out good though. So
That's a good feature. So we're like we're
one.
I wouldn't say Verge was a bad feature, but the song's just not great.
Yeah, I feel like both of them. I feel like what happened was he went in to write with Ala Black, and then what happened was they got nothing good. So he tried to sell it off as really good. Like,
Yeah.
he got scared and used stuff that he'd used before just because it's a foolproof method. So I feel like it was a bit forced, is what I'm feeling.
The thing is with Owl City though, you say it's a foolproof method, which it kind of is, but Owl City songs are always really unique and different from each other.
Mm-hmm.
And this wasn't. It was like it's just like a rehash of an old song with different lyrics.
Yeah, it was really strange. It didn't sound much like Owl City. One thing that bothered me kind of was
it the whistles?
Well, the whistles were okay, they were a bit out there.
Yeah.
I mean, that wasn't the main part that bothered me. They were kind of weird, but
Yeah.
the main part that bothered me was the amount of music that's actually there is very small. There was literally like a riff, a beat, and like one synth part, and that was the entire thing.
Mm-hmm.
Now, you take a song like Kiss Me Babe, It's Christmas Time. That was pulsing with music all the way through. There were so many different instruments.
And that was what? A year ago, 2 maybe?
Well, no, he did it this Christmas, so it'd be half a year ago.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Okay.
it was one of his better newer ones. That's what gives me hope that this new record was good, because it's kind of a newer one. And I
Yeah.
feel like that was a really big accomplishment. This one was just, it felt like it was half-baked. It wasn't finished. That's what I feel
Exactly.
like. So,
I can agree with that.
but as, for the rest of Mobile Orchestra, I'm still excited because I feel like he would have released the most generic one first. That's what you do.
Yeah.
Yeah, so your thoughts?
I mean, I agree that it would make sense. You actually said this to me on Twitter, that it would make sense to release the most generic one first, and I agree with that. But at the same time, there's also a risk in that because I am no longer nearly as excited after hearing something that was very generic. Because Owl City's just not generic usually.
He's one of a kind. I think he should stay that way.
Yeah, it's got me a little apprehensive. I mean, if he can pull off something similar to, you know, even the Midsummer Station, like that was a great album in my opinion.
Yeah.
If he can pull off his more poppy songs to sound like that, that's great. But as far as I can tell also, it's a 10-song album and there's no extra songs anywhere. Like Midsummer Station was 10 songs, but there was an 11th on iTunes. Or was it 11 songs with the 12th on iTunes? I don't remember.
I don't know. I've always seen 12 as the Midsummer Station. I can look it up. I mean,
I'm going to look it up right now.
We're professional podcasters. We can do this.
Professional. It's Bombshell Blonde is the iTunes exclusive. So it's 11 songs with a 12th bonus one.
All right. Well, I mean, he always could release a deluxe version in a few months after the release. So people do that.
Yeah, I suppose that's what Paramore did. They had like their self-titled deluxe with like 40 songs on it.
That was
for like
insane album.
$50 or something.
It's just crazy.
Crazy. Yeah.
I mean, how long must that have taken them? Anyway, you've got albums with 40 songs, and then you got albums with 10 songs.
Yeah, it worries me because I don't know how long the album's gonna be, and if it's short, I guess that's okay. I think there's just something in my brain that if an album's shorter than 40 minutes, it feels too short.
Well, yeah, I guess that's right. But here's my theory. Here's my special music theory. The thing is, with him, he said earlier last year that he was planning on releasing another EP and then a full-length album. But now he decided to put the full-length album out first. So what I think is going to happen is he couldn't have been planning that if he didn't have another EP already. So I think he just changed the order and we're going to get new music again relatively soon. So there won't be as long of a wait, hopefully. There's apparently going to be something. Either that or he combined it with another one. There's going to be another album right up this year or next year again. So we'll see what happens.
I mean that would work if we could get another 3 years in a row like we did with Ocean Eyes, All Things Bright and Beautiful, then Midsummer Station. That'd be great. Because he released 3 albums pretty much consecutively and then waited 2 years to release another one. Or 3 years even.
3, yeah.
So, I mean, if it took him 3 years to come up with enough material, that's fine, you know? I'm hoping that we get more music that feels a little like the older stuff, even if it's just as far back as Midsummer Station.
That'll be fine, because the Christmas song and things like This Isn't the End, that rekindled my hope. I hope he can pull off more things like that.
Yeah. And the one thing that I'm really hoping for on this album, we need another dubstep song. I don't even like dubstep, but Bombshell Blonde is my favorite song off of Midsummer Station.
Nobody could explain your obsession with that song, but
I can't either. I don't even like dubstep, but there's something about his type of dubstep that makes it work.
It's just kind of glitchy every place.
Exactly. It's I don't know. I think it's great.
He went crazy with the synthesizer. But yeah, I kind of like that one. That was pretty good.
Yeah.
Speaking of synthesizers in music, All Time Low has been using some synthesizers in their music, in their new album Future Hearts. What was your opinion on that album?
Okay, well, last time
that wasn't planned at all.
This
by
episode.
The way, that was.
Oh, definitely not. Not in any way planned.
That was just a good segue.
Last week, I had mentioned how I wasn't a super fan of Future Hearts and how I hadn't listened to the whole thing all the way through yet. I think it just released at a bad time for me because now I've listened to the whole thing all the way through and my opinion has greatly changed on it. But first, let's hear your opinion.
Okay, I got into... I'll never really say I'm into All Time Low because something about me just doesn't quite mesh with them. But I have known about them for an extremely long time. I say extremely, it's a year and a half maybe. So not
Soup's long.
Yeah, that's just like a lifelong fan. But
Yeah.
you're the new guy around the All Time Low stuff.
Definitely.
I have listened to things from all their albums. I've listened to most of their music. So what I will say is Future Hearts was a bit of a disappointment for me in the fact that it moved in a bit of a different direction, which isn't always bad because, bands have to do that sooner or later.
Mm-hmm.
But I will say I'm a bigger fan of their older sound during Nothing Personal. I think they had the best sound during that album. And then Dirty Work, no, we don't talk about that one, apparently. And, Don't Panic, I guess, was another kind of it was kind of a miss. It had a couple good songs on it. But
yeah.
Then,
Yeah,
go ahead.
I was just gonna say that their older stuff that I've listened to has been really good, but I haven't went back and listened to any of their full older albums. I've just kind of Future Hearts and then a few songs from each album. Their older sound was definitely more rock, more pop punk or whatever you want to call it. A lot more guitar, a lot less synth. But since I've went back and I've listened to Future Hearts, I've come to the conclusion that I actually really enjoy it. I can dig it. It's fun.
You can dig it.
I can dig it, yeah.
That's a good final say on that album. I kind of agree. I think that some of the songs, that they seemed out of place. Some of them really worked. Okay, let's do this fun little game that I just thought of. You can name your top 3 songs off the album in order.
Okay, let me look at the album thing. I feel like my top 3 are going to be the 3 that you hate the most. Okay, I gotta find the track list. Okay, I found it. All right, my favorite is Old Scars, Future Hearts, the final song from the album.
Mm-hmm.
And probably my next favorite is Kids in the Dark, followed by The Edge of Tonight. So 2 of my top 3 favorite songs are the last 2 songs on the album, which is interesting for me. Usually it's somewhere in the first 3 that my favorite song is.
I will say that they did good by pushing some of the better crafted songs towards the end, because that's usually where albums fall apart.
Exactly.
Because they usually just put the good stuff in the front and throw the trash in the back. But
yeah, and Old Scars, Future Hearts is my favorite, just because if you listen to that song, it doesn't fade, and for some reason, all albums kind of just fade out at the end of them, and it's not a problem, but I don't know if I'm just super high energy or something, but I love the fact that this album is just no, we're not ending slowly. We're gonna yell for the last second of the song.
That was kind of a different approach.
I love it. It's just so I didn't expect it.
It's so
I was like, when's this song
man.
gonna fade? It's so punk pop.
Oh boy. All right. Yeah, I mean that's a good reason. Probably my top 3. I definitely think that "Runaways" was probably one of the best written songs on there.
It's a good song.
Then we've got, oh boy, I think "Kids in the Dark" probably after that, and then Something About Me likes the sound that they did with "Missing You." It was different, but it was all right.
That's a good song. I forget about that one.
Mm-hmm.
That is a good song though, from what I can remember of it. There's also I listened to this in speakers, and my mom walked in right after the end of Satellite, going into Kicking and Screaming. And for that song, they literally enter in on the song with them yelling 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, really loudly. And my mom was like, "That's the most punk song ever." And I'm like, "Yeah, it really is." Kicking and Screaming overall is a really punk song for some reason.
I can't remember that one too well, so
it's pretty punk.
So
I mean, it's got pop in it because it's pop punk.
Yeah,
but it leans a little more toward the punk side, and I enjoy that.
See, I guess they had to move in a new direction, and it really did help them top the charts. So I'm okay with the album. It's kind of one of those 6 out of 10 things for me.
You give it a 6. I would give it an 8 out of 10 probably.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's no American Beauty, American Psycho. 10 out of 10. Listen for years, best album ever.
Hasn't even been out for years.
I know, but I will listen to it for years.
All right.
It's literally not even been out 4 months at this point.
So, like, the official Flash and Loomis rating on... Oh, I just gave away who I really am. The official Flash and Loomis rating on Future Hearts is 7 out of 10, by the way. So
Yeah, the average.
Yeah. From expert listening. Like, once for me. So,
yeah, and
cool.
I've listened to it twice all the way through, but I've listened to a few, like, probably 5 songs multiple times.
Just far too many times.
Far too many, especially Old Scar's Future Hearts. I probably had that on repeat for like an hour.
Mm-hmm. That was a good one. I kind of like that one as well.
I enjoyed it. There was a bit of auto-tune that I didn't actually notice the first time, though.
I don't know how people tell if there's auto-tune. I still can't do that.
It's kind of, when it fades out toward the end a little bit and there's not as much music in the background and the guitar comes back with that, like, you can kind of hear it.
All right. I'll look for that when I hear that.
Yeah, it's when the guitar starts to come back in before they do the chorus the final time.
All right.
But yeah.
Yeah, I'll listen for that because people always say there's so much auto-tune in this. I'm like, I can't hear it.
I usually can't hear auto-tune.
Unless it's Kanye West, then I can hear it.
I can hear it then, or if it's Lil Wayne.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He auto-tunes the years.
Yeah.
Seriously, though, some people auto-tune a bit too much. But
little too much. Someone that I don't think uses auto-tune, though, is this guy named Lights Out.
Oh, snap. Gee, this is just really good. We segue so good.
I know.
This. It's great.
So great. Fantastic.
So, yeah, I did decide to do this entire album without any auto-tune, which was...
It's amazing.
Well, you haven't heard it yet, so don't say that.
I know, but it's amazing that someone actually put together an album without using auto-tune.
It takes a bit of bravery. That's one thing for sure. And it takes a lot more practice than I would have normally done.
Yeah.
I think I did it in the right decision, though, because, like, after I practiced a ton and actually sang it out, then it sounded better than when I used autotune before and I wasn't singing out. See, autotune can't fix everything. It can't, like, add tonality to your voice. So, practice always beats autotune.
Practice makes perfect, but autotune comes close.
That's basically it. You know,
yeah.
That's a good thing. But,
So, Mr. Dude, what's your favorite song on your album?
What's my favorite song on my album? Oh boy. And then you can name top 3 songs. You can just like name them next time.
Sure. Is it gonna be out by next time? When's the release date again?
I don't have an official release date because like I don't know how soon I'll be able to get it on iTunes. It depends on how long the delay. What? Go ahead.
Oh well, the first songs that comes out. Okay.
Yeah, that's
Never mind.
The first single, man. We got to try to act professional. It's a single.
All 11 songs are gonna be singles though.
Yeah, it's gonna be. I don't even know. I don't know how to release music. How do you do this?
How do I do this?
I'm gonna go to the track list really quick, and then I'll pick out my top 3 favorites. Because I already released the track list on Twitter, so if you want to like go to my account,
I gotta link like both your Twitters, both your YouTubes.
and gotta link Davy Jones' channel just in case.
Yeah, link everyone. Subscribe to his Twitters and follow his YouTubes.
It'll be great. Just
yeah,
I tweet on my YouTube all the time. It's great. It's really hard to pick favorites when like all the songs you've actually written them, so they're really close to your heart. So it's hard to pick favorites, but I definitely do have some. My third favorite, we'll go from the bottom up. Third favorite. My third favorite. Oh wow, I'm going to favorites now. My third favorite is like probably number 5, which would be You and Me. Something about that is just really magical to me.
Oh, wait a minute. Are you doing counting, like, without counting the first intro thing?
Well, did you see my tweet last night where I removed...
I knew you cut something, but I didn't know if you wanted me to mention it.
Yeah, you can mention it. Just fine, man.
He cut something from the album, guys.
And we're all, like, so mad about it.
Yeah. I just realized that I talked about how 10-song albums are really short, and then yours is like 10 songs your intro.
Well, I mean,
and it's probably going to be under 40 minutes.
Yeah, it's like the whole thing now together is 32 minutes, so...
That's
yeah,
fine. I mean, I have a album that I like that's like 32 minutes, so yeah.
So it'll definitely be a good one, because it's like
Yeah.
32. But I mean, for a first album, it's a bit more excusable, because this could really be... it's mostly random songs all put together, so it's kind of like a long EP. Just think of it like that.
Mm-hmm.
More than a short album. Anyway, I don't know how to explain it.
All right. Well, I mean, that kind of works. Yeah. A long EP.
So my third favorite is You and Me, that one. And you haven't heard any of these yet, so you're just going to have to trust me.
I've heard a clip of, like, one of them.
Which was an old one. I totally rebuilt a lot of that, and it sounds so much better now.
You rebuilt that entire part that you file sended me? Yeah, that's right, guys. When you know the artist, you get file shares.
He only got, like, 15 seconds, so he's kind of bragging.
Yeah, he got, like, 15 seconds.
But, he pretty much doesn't know anything that you don't know. So.
No. Yeah.
And here's the exciting news. My second favorite one is the one that I'm going to release next Saturday, the first one. That's why I put it first.
Darling, make it count. Is that how you sing it?
It was closer than I expected, but no.
Really?
it was the same phrasing. The notes were off, but
obviously not in the same stupid voice.
Yeah.
Wait. So okay, let me try to guess this. Is it like, darling, make it count? Similar? Because that's the same phrasing I use.
Similar, yes.
Similar? Guys, I already know this song, obviously. No, I don't.
There's only so many ways you can say darling, make it count, especially when it has a comma there.
Positive hardcore. Darling, make it count. .wav.
It's going to be great, you guys. Yeah, Positive hardcore
amazing.
Songs.
Positive hardcore version of Darling, make it count.
That's something that needs to happen.
Positive hardcore or Riot.
Or Riot?
Yeah, I'll riot if you don't make a positive hardcore version.
That'll be my next album, man.
Yeah.
As for the number one favorite, I'm
gonna guess. Guess.
Okay. What is it gonna be?
Unless this is the one you cut. Which one did you cut?
I cut Radio Revolution.
Dang it!
That's literally the one you were gonna guess.
Just the alliteration right there with R&R. I was really expecting that to be the one.
I mean, it was a good one, and I still like the song. It just didn't fit on the album, so I'll rework it later for a next album or something.
Okay, then my guess is Summer Camp.
That's a good one. That's not my favorite though.
Ever Found?
No.
Chapters?
No.
I'll Be Dreaming.
Nope.
What is it?
It's the last one, Always Here.
Always Here.
It's not the most well produced because it's just me and a guitar, to kind of end off the album slow. That's another thing you were talking about,
I'm always here. I'm always there.
Oh, no, that you're not.
I'm always on that everywhere.
But it's just like, that didn't make any sense. It's
I
like
know.
My favorite written song, not necessarily produced, but it's definitely the closest to my heart. So those are my favorites: You and Me, Darling, Make It Count, and Always Here, which I strategically placed those in the middle, beginning, and end of the album. So
to make the best in the best. Yeah.
Yeah. It was totally. So any other questions you have about this, you just ask me, because I'm like elated to be on a game show thing. So that's what this is, right? A game show? It's a game and a show?
Sure, yeah.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you for having me on the game show.
Oh, you're welcome. So, what genre are you placing this under?
Oh, boy. See, that's one of the things that spans...
Is it pop punk?
3 of the songs are pop punk. See, here's where we're going to play a fun little game. You try to guess what 3 songs are pop punk.
Darling, Make It Count.
No.
Dang it.
That's kind of rock and roll, actually.
Huh. You and Me.
No.
Oh.
That's the slowest one.
What's a good pop punk name? I assume Radio Revolution was pop punk.
It was a pop punk lyrics, but it was actually a rock and roll song. See, I do.
Oh my gosh. I can't tell from your titles. More Than.
More Than is acoustic.
Oh my gosh, dude. You need to make your pop punk titles something really long. Like, I've Got a Dark Alley and a Bad Idea That Says You Should Shut Your Mouth, Summer Song by Fall Out Boy. That's a pop punk title.
I'll use that somewhere if it because it's already been used.
If you can steal their song title, you'll use
Nobody
it
will ever know. There's like probably 10 songs called that.
Yeah, probs.
So you still haven't.
I've guessed like half of them.
You've been missing them all pretty well.
Summer camp.
Yes, that is pop punk.
Okay, this is who we are.
Not really pop punk. No.
Oh my gosh, No, I already said that, didn't I?
No, that was for the last one. I'll Be Dreaming is pop punk.
Oh yes. What's like a pop punk title? Chapters.
That's totally not pop punk. You've already.
It's probably like slow piano, isn't it?
No, it's kind of like a folky guitar with strings and flutes and stuff.
Is it the Christmas song?
Pop Punk Christmas. Yeah.
Fall Out Boy has an album called that, I think.
Really?
I think they have they're on an album that's like pop punk Christmas, and it's like pop punk covers of Christmas songs.
I'm totally planning to do one of those. Reliant K did one of those, and I loved it. So
nice.
But anyway, you've already heard it's Everfound, obviously. Is the next pop punk one?
I've heard 15 seconds of it. That wasn't enough to know if it was pop.
But
punk
it had the guitars and the bass and everything. It was so punk.
So does every song. The guitars and the bass.
The guitars and the bass. That makes it pop punk right there.
Hobbs kebabs.
It needs guitar and bass. But anyway, yeah, those are the three pop punk ones: Summer Camp, Everfound, and I'll Be Dreaming. So the rest are like, I'll split this up into 4 genres.
What's the genre gonna be on iTunes? Just alternative?
Yeah, like indie. I don't know.
Indie?
I'm indie. That's all I know. I don't know.
Go on Indiegogo and you'll get money to make a video game when you're actually gonna make music. Just do it.
That sounds like a good. That should be a logo. Just do it.
Just do it. I think it is.
It probably is.
I think it's like a Nike. Nike.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
You just steal it. I mean,
just do it. Just whatever. Who cares?
Anyway, yeah, it's kind of split up into 4 different genres. It's split up into we got pop punk, we got rock and roll, which are slightly different. So you'll see the difference. We got folky, kind of acoustic. Think Bird and the Worm from Owl City, whatever you call that. Kind of guitar pop.
Yeah.
I don't know what
I was doing.
Yeah, that was totally the song, by the way. And we got some Christian contemporary stuff. The hard thing about Christian music, you can't define it because it's all about the lyrics and it's not about the style. So I don't know how to define that. But those are the 4 styles that this album encompasses, which is like a bit too wide. I think I'm going to stick closer to one of them for the next.
You can go in any direction, though. That's the thing.
Yeah, that's what I wanted to do. Early on, I wanted to like encompass all of my styles. So people wouldn't say, like, he strayed from what he started as. Because I'm like, man, I started as everything. You cannot say that I strayed from
Well,
this.
I mean, you can't be a rapper, but...
I did rap.
That's right. That is right.
You made me talk while I was drinking water. I did rap, though, so I can be a rapper if I wanted.
Okay. Can you be... you can't be Kanye West, though. You can't use autotune.
Yeah, Yeah, now that
You're banned for life.
One, yeah, I can't. I don't have a good autotuner anyway. I only have Audacity, one that I downloaded, so...
Audacity has plugins?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, I downloaded an autotune plugin. I think they're fan-made. It worked pretty well for one of the songs, but then
I need a
decided not to use
vocoder.
it.
I need a fancy vocoder.
What do vocoders do, by the way?
Vocoders are... I don't know. They, like, use multiple pitches and make it, like, robot-y. It's
Okay.
weird. I just want to mess around with one. Actually, I think Audacity has a vocoder.
This is how our conversations go, you guys, whenever we talk.
Yeah. For a 20-minute podcast, we've been going for 28 minutes.
Yeah.
Oh, well.
I mean, we can go for the half-an-hour podcast.
Let's go for the half an hour.
Special.
Who cares, right?
Special
edition.
Where we talk about music and vocoders.
Yeah. I mean, but a vocoder is like... Have you heard This Is Gospel by Panic at the Disco? Not the piano version?
I haven't yet. I remember you mentioned it, though.
Okay, we'll watch it at some point after this conversation. You guys don't get to see the after show. We do, though.
And we're never releasing it.
We don't release it.
No.
This is literally our conversations, by the way. We just send each other music and listen to it.
Yeah, and then
it's amazing.
We criticize it from either side, and then we come to a average rating, and then we move on.
Yeah, literally what we did with Old Scars, Future Hearts before this started.
Yep. That's what we do.
Yeah. Yeah, but anyway, it robotifies your voice, which is kind of interesting.
Okay.
It's something I would just like to mess around with, just to pretend I am crazy robot man.
Next album, Vocoder, is going to be the name of the first single.
Yeah.
It's just going to be me with the vocoder, featuring
And
Super
auto-tune.
64.
Yeah.
With auto-tune. Okay.
How could you auto-tune a vocoder? Oh my god.
Well, they probably do that.
Oh, they probably do,
That's
but
what Kanye West does.
Kanye vocodes and autotunes.
And every other effect you can think of. But
Yeah.
anyway, it's been like half an hour now, so I don't
You
know
guys
what we
have
wanna
spent
do.
half an hour watching me play some video game while we talk.
Congratulations.
Not while we talk, though. I record the video game after.
Just so you know. So,
Yeah.
didn't
well.
think that.
Thanks for watching.
Yeah, I've been Davy Jones.
And and I've been the vocoder.
That should be your like musician name.
Yeah. But the funny thing is I'll never use vocoders.
Okay.
Okay, bye.
Bye.